All right, so we took Apple off yesterday. We took Amazon off today. Very nice trades on those two. The W just kind of moving right below the 8 exponential moving average. Is the SPY back above the pivot point, back above the 8. Notice the 8 came back through the 15. So this was bearish. This could have been a bearish trade, but I wouldn't take it just because the pivot point was so close, which would have been support. So I wouldn't touch that on that trade, which was this is the trade that got me out of my long, but I wouldn't take a short, not with a pivot point right here, and now it's bouncing back up against above it. So again, just watching W here right now. See if we can get a pullback in that. W trading at, again, I paid $325 for it. It's $327 right now, so basically right at break even. How do I just determine choppy days from trending days? You know, a lot of times, I mean, obviously eyeball it. You know, does this look like it? What we got here with the SPY? Here's a gap up this morning. You see how it's above the VWAP, and then it goes below the VWAP, and then it goes above the VWAP, then it goes below the VWAP, and then it goes above the VWAP. The 8's going above the 15. The 8's going below the 15. That's choppiness. If you can't stay above the VWAP for a period of time. So a trending day, you're typically going to be above the VWAP all the day if it's bullish, and below it all day if it's bearish. When you're getting momentum up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, if you stay above it and then you pull down through it and then bounce back up again, that's a good entry for a long for a trending day. But on a day like this, when you see how we're just going up and down through the VWAP, I mean, all I have to do is look at the candlesticks. I mean, this is garbage. This is garbage. All right, now. This is not a trending day at all. This is basically just a choppy day. It's what's called LPTE. This is low probability trading environment, which means keeps your number of trades to a small, keep the number down, keep the size down, take your profits quickly if you get a stock that goes in your favor, because it's that's what these choppy days tend to be. And this is very, very choppy today. Am I still in Charter? I am still in Charter. I changed my target from 122 to 115 because it's hovering. The reason I did that is look at this. It's holding this support level right here, this 193.49. So I'm close to profits on it. I'm going to take it off because that support level's held quite a bit. So I'm not going to push this to get to 122. I'll see if I can take it off at 115. Again, I get paid $1.02 for it, so I'll have profits in it. It's trading right now. It's saying $1.17, but I haven't got filled yet. Still watching Wayfarer pull down. Trading at 103.10. You notice if you look at Wayfarer, this is what I look at on my TC2000 chart. You see how Wayfarer has been coming down here? See, this is the market. This move up, big move down. Wayfarer continues down. Big move up. Wayfarer goes nowhere. It goes sideways. The market coming down. Wayfarer continues down. This is relative weakness. That's one of the reasons that I took it, because it's got relative weakness to the market. And there's the market internals. Market internals have not been doing much, right? They come down, they went up, they come down, they go up. They're just all over the place. No trend here to follow at all. Wayfarer's got room to about 97.07 on Wayfarer, about 97.07. I'll be out well before that. But it does give us some nice potential to the downside. I mean, if the thing drops down, even if the thing drops down to 100 from 103, that's a $3 move, and we're in at 325, and there'll be at least a $200 profit per contract, which is a huge. That's like 60% on something like that. That's the risk reward. Again, that's where you do your calculations on the risk reward on a stock like this. Can it not work? Sure, it could. It could bounce right back up again, but and I do know that there was a lot of selling of shares on Wayfair the other day from a bunch of the CEO and the CFO. They sold 150,000 shares each. Doesn't mean anything, not necessarily, but when I see it coming down and I know about that, it gives me a little bit more confidence that the trade might work. Thoughts on CPB for a short? Yeah, Campbell's. You know, the consumer defensive stocks are not working, trading well at all. Procter and Gamble's down today. CPB is a good short as well, but let's take a look where some support levels are on it. High volume support levels. All right, so here's CPB, Campbell Soups. And there's my next support level on it right there. 29.39. Not very far away. It goes way back. That goes way back to here. But there definitely is going to be some support down there. Okay, so I wouldn't take it. I think it's too close. I think the risk reward is not that great on it. But I know that there was internal emails about the company about how they were making fun about the stuff that's in their soups, but I don't know if that's having any impact on it or not. Wayfair is pulling down here to 103 now. By just chopping around the pivot point here.
Members posted in the news desk. President Trump is hosting a cabinet meeting. That link to the meeting via YouTube. Being posted in the news desk.
Okay, I'll be right back. It's damp and I'm sitting around.
But I don't think we're gonna be able to go fast enough.
Rain?
Yeah.
Don't forget to send those pictures to Rory. Oh, you did already. Yeah. I think he wants to use them to credit pictures. How's Allison?
Gloomy day, she has nothing to eat. You coming out this way?
Is that what she said?
That may help if she has something to eat.
You should come over and get something. Well,
But that's gonna make it long, cause I'm not gonna be.
no, I'm okay. I just want to adjust my. I just get up and move around a little bit.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
All right. I'm back. Had to step away for just a minute. W bouncing back up toward the 8.
Okay, again.
Spy here, just not doing running along the 8 and the pivot point right here. No, I'm not going to touch these indexes right now. I had one loss on the SPY, that's enough. Lumen W trading about right where we got in at 325. Nice trade in Amazon though. In at 860 out at 1060. It's trading at 1015 right now. Charter still hasn't closed for me. I got it set at 115. Trading 113, but it hasn't closed for me yet. I'm still in Lumen, which I paid 30 cents for. That's one of the trades I'm doing on a test basis for a new strategy. I paid 30 cents for it, and it's trading at 23 right now. And MST I worked really nicely this morning for one of those sample trades that I'm doing. This is just a test on MST. I already get in at $9,200, $12. That worked. That was an out of the money catalyst trade. I got to come up with a name for it. I don't know what to call it. By creeping back up above the 8. W also above the 8 right now and right on the 15. It's back up to 103.24, which is the support level on W that had gone through, is now back up above that again. So got to be careful here. Market internal starting to try to bounce a little bit here. Not very good movement in the market here. This is pretty low probability trading environment right now. markets up, markets down. It's just not good trading environment. It's the Apple moved
Trump
up.
says we'll announce Fed pick early next year.
MSTR pull back, starting to bounce. Again, still in W short. I'm gonna hold on to this for a bit. And I'm still in with Lumen, which is starting to bounce back up again. All right, we're gonna look around and see if we have any questions. It's about 5 minutes to 12. SPY can't get out of its own way here. This is LPTE, by the way. Low probability trading environment. REWBD moving up, but not by much. No, 2450. Yeah, I'm not going to mess around with WBD anymore. SPY with a little bounce here off of the pivot point and the 8. The 8 and the pivot point are right together here. It's moving up above the 15 right now. Very low probability trading environment. This is what I call LPTE, low probability trading environment. That indicates you shouldn't be taking very many trades, if any. You got to keep your size small. You got to take profits fairly quickly. Don't put a lot of trades on an LPTE day. You have no trend. The market's not giving you any help at all. You have to pick stocks that are weak or strong. And his W was very weak, you notice, and now it's bouncing back up here as it comes down this morning. But again, I'm going to give it a little bit of room here. very weak this morning, and trying to bounce a little bit right here, but we'll see where it goes. Those puts right now are down to about $3, $2.95. Again, don't have many trades on. I'm not planning on putting a lot of trades on today unless we get some sort of a direction in the market, which we don't have right now. Cat relative strength. Thank you, Maxim. Yeah, nice little charted caterpillar. Again, this is pretty decent relative strength today. Look on over here. Again, here's the market. Chop, 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 chop. Caterpillar moving up. It's a nice chart again. That's that 596.21 is resistance on Caterpillar. Pretty expensive stock, but that's a decent chart. Nice look. WD is breaking out, Maxim. Yeah, it talks again about this being bought out. It's trying to break out, but had a nice little pop right there. Again, I'm not going to touch this anymore. That whole who's buying WBD is really quite a circus right now. SPY just riding right along the VWAP and the pivot point here right now. Not the VWAP, I'm sorry, the 8 exponential moving average and the pivot point. This is horrible price action to try to trade. Just absolutely horrible. Q's trying to get to the VWAP. SPY not going for it. This is really horrible price action. Please don't take a lot of trades here today. This is really weak action on the low probability trading environment. Absolutely. Hey Bella, get some YouTube folks. How you doing? What is the new strategy, REMST? I'm not discussing it. I'm not discussing it yet. Not discussing it yet. I'm still working on it. I don't have enough samples here. I've got less than 20. That's way too few. Hey Bella, nice to see you had Apple. You have Apple, yeah. Last year from November 25th to the end of the year, Apple went up around $10. Yeah, the typically seasonally very strong, but this season, this October, November, December has not been typical for seasonal strength. So, maybe it'll go up, maybe it won't. It keeps hitting new all-time highs, but I was happy with the profits we took in it yesterday. We also took profits in Amazon today. Yep, I sold Apple yesterday. Yep, long 280, 285 short. Okay. You got a call debit spread on it, Bella. It looks like on 280, 285 on Apple. Yeah, you're in pretty good shape on that. I don't know when you have for expiration. When I do debit spreads, I have them expire the same week. SPY doing nothing. This is really garbage price action. please be careful. Don't take a lot of risk here today. I wouldn't even take hardly any unless you can find a standout trade. It's very difficult. I like Wayfair. Wayfair is really weak to the market today, and the daily chart is a very nice short setup, but I don't like it for a swing short because of the fact that it's on a. We'll take a look at it. It's on a bull flag, right? So we go back here. You see the big move here off of earnings and Wayfarer, and then it just kind of compresses, comes down to the 8. But this is not a weak stock on the daily chart, but it's weak on this daily candle, and I'm just looking for a potential to drop back down to around here, which would give me a nice profit on this thing by Friday. But I'm hoping to take it off today. I want to see it below 103.24 with a support at 97.07. That's a big move. It's $6. We only paid 3.25 for the 104 puts, so that would be a nice move. But again, I can't treat this as a swing because this is bullish. I mean, this is a bullish setup overall. The context is bullish. I hope that's clear. Doesn't mean it's right, but it's clear. Lawyer Saylor, Saylor, that's Ari's pointing that's the guy that is a major guy in MSTR. He keeps releasing tiny bits of info. The ultimate salesman. Yeah, he's trying to. There was some horrible news on MSTR yesterday. Today it's been put in a hammer. Yesterday it bounced today. Again, I've traded it this morning as part of the new strategy, which worked fine. We get in at 92 out of $1.12, so 20 over 20% on that trade. That was fine. Lumen's back up to $9, by the way. I'm still in this. I took this Lumen on the same thing. Went against me pretty fast, but now it's moving back up. So those calls are in much better shape now. Again, this was a test. I paid $30 for them, with $31 right now. I got a sell order at 40 on the Lumen $9 calls. SPY trying to move back up to the VWAP. Hasn't been there good in a while. Q's right up to the VWAP right now. And IWM trying to get to the VWAP. So the market's trying to bounce here. I'm watching Wayfarer, which is putting in a green candle, but still very weak. Very, very weak here. Trying to show a little bounce with the market, but I think we've got to get this VOLD fixed. By the way, as you can see, it's not producing any current time frame momentum. Doesn't even have the gear on here. It's just flat. It's not working. Joe's working on it. I'll try to fix that, but I need to get it to right line or have them fix it because the distribution of the update has to come from them. As you can see with the VOLD, this is the VOLD. You can see on the chart here what it's doing. You see it's trying to bounce here. But it's been pretty crappy all day long. You can see, just up and down, same as the market. So all you need to know is we don't have a trend in the market. We don't have a trend in the market internals. Hey, Rajul. Only trade one. I'm in MOS short. If PA is total garbage, say yes, absolutely is. Total garbage, exactly. You're in Mosaic short, okay. Yeah, it's a nice short setup on the 5 minute. And the daily too, I mean, is a decent short. Um, I think there's some support lines here just below it though. Here's your Mosaic chart right here. What it gets for support down here, 2370. You can even make a case that there's some support right there as well. It's a high volume, but not extremely high volume. Anything for a long OS, Bella? You short at $20? $20 strike? Anything for a long and OS? OS. One stream. You short $20 strike. You're out of the money with that $20 strike. On the put side, I'm assuming you're. I don't know if you mean, did you sell it? I mean, you said you're short the $20 strike. Did you buy the $20 strike as a put, or did you sell the $20 strike, Bella? I'm not sure what you mean. But what I can tell you about OS, this one stream, is right here. Okay, so here it is. Here's the chart. What's the context look like? It's been coming down for a good long time. This thing is all over the place. You can see this big move up on earnings, pull back. This is the 200-day moving average. Right now it came down to the 50. Support's on the 50. A lot of support on the 50. Bounce back up above the 8. The 8 just crossed through the 15 right now yesterday, and it's moving up to the 200 right up here. This is actually a bullish setup right now. Right, this is a bullish setup on this chart trade on OS. So I don't know if you sold the 20s or if you own the 20 puts, but the 20 puts as a if you had owned the puts, in other words, you bought the puts for the $20 puts. I think I'd be concerned about that. This looks like it's more likely to move up here to around 22 than it is to go back down to 20. This market, this stock has been all over the place. Volume at 1.3 million. Is the average of 1.8 million, so it's got plenty of shares. But if you sold a 20 put to bring in premium, that's probably not a bad trade then. SPY finally above the VWAP again. See if it stays above the VWAP. Q's also just got above there. Wayfair with a big green candle, pushed up to 104. Again, one candle doesn't make a trend, remember that. Again, very treacherous trading today with the way this market is. FMC for short, Maxim. FMC. Yeah, be careful on FMC. You see, you get your 8 right here. A lot of times when they come through the 8, they'll come through the 15 like this on a short. Now the 8's below the 15, so obviously this is a short setup. Trend is down, but the stock's right down here at the 8. Notice how it's held the 8. So just be cautious. It needs to break below there. If it gets below there, it's a good short. Hey, Ram, come on. Ram, come on. For a yet to be pro trader, you just focus on survival through these tough conditions. These are very tough conditions. October was very tough. November was very tough. They've been on us since August, and definitely since October 10th is the one day that there'll be some easy months in the near future. Yeah, there'll be much easier months in the near future, right? This is tough trading right now. Very news-driven market. A lot of news that drives the market up and down. You get a lot of gaps, gapping up, gapping up, gapping up. You can't chase those things. This is very tough trading, which is why we haven't had very many swing trades on. They've kept the number of swing trades very low, done it on purpose, tried to keep everybody out of as many trades as possible. We've been doing okay. I mean, we're making money, but again, it's a grind. You've got to go some very high probability trades. Some of the intraday trades have been very nice. The SPY super system trades, etc., have been very nice. But this is a tough market. There's no question about it. I know a lot of retail traders have been getting absolutely slaughtered the last couple of months. I think we're doing very well. We're doing very well considering the conditions, because we've got a methodology that seems to work very, very well. Hard work and resilience, Rackama. That's what it takes. Listen, it takes a while. We've got the greatest tools here. We've got tools that put us leaps and bounds ahead of any other retail traders in the world. But the market can be very, very tough, and it can be very unforgiving, and you have to struggle with it a little bit. Keeping emotion intact, knowing when to trade and when not to trade. I try to keep us out of trades on a day like this. Low probability trading environment. Try to keep you out of trades. That's the whole point here, is to keep everybody in track markets that are good with the best stocks, and in a bad day to try to keep you out of as many trades as possible. What's that?
Nothing. Just saying some crumbs.
Oh, my crumbs. How are you doing? You all done?
Yep. It was ringing and everybody was on the phone, so I picked that one up.
Oh, I heard that come in, yeah.
Luckily, I was competent enough to answer it.
It's still raining up there.
Yeah, and I looked at the radar, and there were just some there was supposed to be an open area, open, and then all of a sudden, this came, were some little bits, but, all was sitting so long.
SPY trying to creep up here. W, again, market's moving up pretty strong. Let's keep an eye on W, all right? This is what we look for. We want to see relative weakness. We had relative weakness all day on it. Now it just bounced up here when the market popped. But see, the market's continuing, and it's starting to pull back down again. See if it can break down below the 8 and the 15 and head back down again. So we'll see. Market's going up pretty nicely here right now. That's a decent bounce in the SPY. Decent amount. Oops. Decent bounce in the SPY here. And Washington W coming back down again. Like to see it get back down again. And I still like it short. I'm not going to get out of this too quickly. SPY with a decent move to the upside. In the Lumen trade, I'm in the LMU win. This is a new trade for testing out that methodology. Back up 907, so I'm actually in profits on that right now. That was I was using the out of the money catalyst on that, but I also was using the daily chart, which is very, very nice on Lumen. This was the daily chart on Lumen was like this is what I was looking at this morning. I like this move. I like this breakout. This is likely where the next resistance level will be, up around 1042, which is a big, big move. So we'll give it some time. SPY still moving up. Pretty good little bounce in the market here now. Market internals moving up, not dramatically, but moving up. Wayfair is still hovering around 104. MSTR, Ari pointing out, yep, finally broke above the 8. Got the 15 above. Nice little move in MSTR right there. Trying to get up here to 193. Little hammer yesterday. Pretty hammer in the gap up. Pretty nice little move there. And that's the one I took this morning and made about 20-something% on it. That was it was again a trade I'm testing out. This was nothing I would have recommended. About 12:35. Gonna take lunch pretty soon. Hey, Michael. Insights and Intel looks extended here. Yeah, it's definitely. And I don't know what the news is on Intel. It does look newsy. It was, and I pointed out this morning. This was a picture book doji sandwich setup right here. Doji sandwich setup. But look where it's extended here now. It's trading at about $43 with the 8 at 38. All right, so about $3 and $4, about $4 to the upside, maybe a little less than 4. Yeah, about 370. And what's the ATR in this thing? There it goes. Yeah, the ATR is about 2. So yeah, it's too extended. For me, it's too extended. Definitely extended. Not that I was short it or anything like that, but it's too extended. Okay, Belly, you sold the $20 puts on OS. All right, so you're just looking to collect premium or take possession of the stock if it drops down to 20. So you basically sold puts to capture premium, assuming if the stock dropped to 20, you want to own it. That was the only way you would do that. It's a big contender when a company is going to upgrade Oracle. Okay, upgrade to Oracle. Thank you very much. Hyperion. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Bella. Appreciate that. Again, that's fine. I don't do that very much. I don't sell puts out of the money unless I want to own the stock. And I don't do that much anymore. I used to do that all the time when I was just trading, when I was investing, and I was trading dividend stocks, and I would sell calls on them, sell puts on them if I wanted to get them at a lower price or add more to the position, and then I would sell covered calls against them to bring in premium. But I don't do that now. Basically, I just trade. I trade money. That's where anything that I have for investments in the market or anything. I have a Vanguard dividend mutual fund that produces about 15% a year, which I'm happy with that. The rest of this, but the money comes from trading for me. Nothing wrong with that strategy, by the way. As long as you want to own the stock and you're comfortable with it, and as long as you're getting a decent enough premium to justify taking it. Those puts that you sold on OS, when do they expire, Bella? All right. See if there's some more questions over here. Yeah, pretty getting close to lunchtime. About another 5 minutes. I'm gonna take lunch. SPY moved up. There's a nice little pop on the SPY. Now it's pulling back again. This is just, again, this is garbage price movement. It really is. And I can tell you the market internals are not doing anything. They're just chopping up and down, up and up and down, up and down. Not doing a thing. Movement up to about 906. I need that just to prop up probably another 8 or 9 cents, and I'll be able to take a nice profit in it. Needs to get probably go up to about 915 or so. And at Wayfarer, the one was short. It's coming in again right now, back down below 104. In Black Mamba, sold gold puts today, calls yesterday. I don't know what you mean by sold gold puts today. I understand. You want to sell gold. You sold the puts to try to capture premium, assuming. Sold good gold puts today, calls yesterday. Did you sell calls yesterday? Is that what you did? Hood. Thanks, Black Mama. Hood. Yeah, Hood. Today is basically, again, this is in a pretty crappy pattern here right now on the daily chart. Pretty bullish back here, just chopping around. This is still just popping up and down. It's stuck here between the 8 and the 15, which is right here. White line's the 8, orange line's the 15, and here's the 50 SMA right there. So it's really just kind of wedged in right here, just kind of moving sideways. Bella, with that, no trading today. Have a good one. Thanks, Bella. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Gonna stop here and get lunch here in just a minute. As W keeps coming down, be nice to see it break down a little bit harder. SPY moved up pretty nicely. It's still holding above the VWAP, but this is low probability trading environment. This is horrible price action to try to trade. Yeah, Ari points out to hope these folks know the risk with naked calls of puts. Naked puts, not so much. If you take a naked put, you should want to own the stock at that level. But you take a naked call, you're basically risking blowing up your whole account. Naked calls, if you sell a naked call, let's say you sell a naked call on a stock that's trading at 30 because you don't think it's going to get above there, and you're just collecting premium, and you wake up in the morning and the stock just got bought out for $100 a share. You're screwed. You're screwed. I mean, you've got a naked call at 30. That means you've got $30 is what it's worth. You got to buy it back at 100. You just lose $70 a share on the thing. It can wipe out your whole account. Please don't trade naked puts. Please don't trade naked puts. I mean, you can sell puts naked calls. I'm sorry. Don't sell naked calls. I mean, if you're in a spread with it, obviously we do it all the time with debit spreads, etc. But please don't sell calls naked like that without being in a spread. It's telling you it's just you're just waiting for an opportunity to have your whole account wiped out. SPY pull back to the VWAP, and the 8 just kind of sitting right there. Again, very, very terrible price action here. Terrible. 682.87 is a resistance on the SPY. There's the Q right there. Q's has resistance at 624.03. The IWM, again, I'm not touching any of these things. IWM has the support at 244.84 and resistance at 248.81. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and shut down the YouTube feed for today. Appreciate everybody who's been in today, and thanks for all the questions, all the comments. Again, all the call-outs, thanks very much. Appreciate it. Be back tomorrow at about 11:30. So everybody have a great afternoon. Trade well.